From smoky Williams Lake, we, as you can see, it's pretty smoky. You can barely see the lake behind us. That's why we wanted to kind of do our morning video out here, just so you can really understand how smoky it is. There's a fire less than 100 kilometers away. We're safe. We're in an area that's safe. We're leaving today. Yeah, but I want to talk about yesterday.
Yesterday's ride was long. We had a bit of a detour from Whistler, and then we went up. We had to turn towards Cache Creek, go to Kamloops, and do a big loop around because of the wildfires in Clinton, where the highway was shut down. But it was a nice ride, even though a little bit long. Not too cold, not too smoky after all. A little bit of smoke, but not bad. Today is going to be a short ride of like an hour or so. So lots of reprieve. Long day yesterday, but today's good.
So I guess we'll just see where the day takes us. So this is what the Discovery Center, Information Center, Discovery Center. After you, Mike.
Go ahead.
After you, Mike. We'll go downstairs. Williams Lake District Chamber of Commerce Visitor Center acknowledges that we are situated on the traditional lands of the Texilek Williams Lake First Nations within, I can't say that word, the traditional and unceded territory of the Siswetpek on our regional also extends to the territories of the Statimik, Nalapatmik. Oh my, I'm sorry, I can't say any of these words, but thank you.
Where tragic, it incorporated most of our province, with the Caribou Chilcotin taking the biggest hit. Right now, where the fires are is still it's terrible. You know, communities, whole towns are being endangered. Out west is even more. So, which would be more like here. So now we're here and here. Some of the native populations, like some of their in their homesteads and stuff, they're in danger right now.
Yeah. I was hearing last night that 70 Mile House was getting put on evacuated today.
Yeah, they evacuated this morning. Clinton is still evacuated. There's a lot of places there. I don't know all the numbers, but they're getting up there.
It's
there's
very
already
stressful.
been loss of property in Clinton. With on the outskirts of Clinton, there was a huge towing company that was there.
Oh yeah, I saw that
he
on the news.
Lost everything. His home, his daughter's home. You know,
all his
everything.
Yeah, his livelihood. I saw that he mentioned that he didn't have any insurance because the cost of insurance now in these areas is way too high.
Yeah, it's sad. So I know there's a Facebook page. There's been some posts made out for him that you can go direct to him or through Facebook or
like the GoFundMe pages.
And different tow truck companies are already saying, hey, we'll be there for you to help you. So that's what happens when all sides of tragedy. No matter where you are.
That's right.
People pull together to help.
That's right.
Human nature is like that.
But everyone's on edge, right? Like, I went through the 2003 fires in Kelowna.
There you go.
And, just that sense of anxiety that was in in the air. I say that in quotations, but like
Yeah.
not knowing, and
When you wake up and you can smell the smoke, or you can see the ash on your
you
truck,
get
your vehicle,
activated. Yeah, if you've
you
been
kind
through
of
this
get the
before.
little PTSD. When
Yeah.
you're 23 years past that.
Yeah.
We're 8 years past it, and it's still there.
It's still that one little lightning strike, and you're like watching to see if smoke comes up
Exactly.
afterwards. Yeah.
Or somebody's, they're going to the backcountry, and it's like, oh God, don't take your ATV.
Yeah,
Watch out
right.
for grass fires with your hot motors and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like before the fire that we experienced in Kelowna, we never really talked about it. Like, or it doesn't mean it didn't happen. It just, I don't think it was like so evident, or that we talked about it.
people talk, in smaller circles. It's not as broad anymore, but then you get a tragedy like this, and then everybody's talking about it. And then it comes back to forefront, like right to the back front of your head. It's like, oh man, I remember when.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's no different than like as a mother, you talk about your children's birth when you have your little,
Yeah.
new moms. Oh, well, my birth was just like this, and and it might be 30, 50, 100 years, 60 years later, and it's like these mothers are telling the new mothers, the same stories that they had. But when you deal with fire, and it's the tragic of fire, it doesn't matter how far away it was.
Yeah.
I had a house fire in 1986, and it's like that smell still lingers with you because it's chemical and toxic.
The scent will always trigger a memory, both positive and negative, right?
Well,
hospitals too.
I'm glad you're safe out of that.
Yeah. Yes, it's true.
If you live in this province, you have some sort of an experience with fire.
That's so true. Yeah.
No matter where you are, north, south. Up north, my son's up north, and they had the fires up there a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So my
in Yellowknife. Was he farther?
No, he's in Fort St. John.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's right.
And I got family in Nanaimo, and they had fires.
We're from Victoria.
There you go. So it wasn't that long ago. Nanaimo's got on fire, and and I've been up here for 13 years, and we've had it a few years now. So
right.
And it's sad. I mean, but it's been going on for a long time, because like even Ashcroft, that fire was.
Or Linton. Is it Linton?
Linton was 5 years ago.
But they started building, then they caught on fire again, and it's just like, how many times is that little town going to catch on fire?
Yeah. As long as there's wood, as long as there's people, as long as there's people, as long as there's nature.
As long as there's climate change too, and the more weather changing.
The lightning.
Yeah, lightning.
So there's 773 that year for lightning.
Yeah.
That they
know of. Yeah.
This one here, 552 by humans. Now, this isn't somebody with a cigarette putting it out the window.
That's right.
Or flicking
it could be anything.
It could be, inadvertent. It could be also they're having a campfire.
Yeah.
And they didn't put it out properly. This could be hot ashes that they didn't take care of.
It could be a piece of glass.
It could be chains dragging.
Yeah. Sparking.
They're pulling a boat and their chains are dragging.
Yeah.
Sparking. It could be 100 different reasons of how this could have been started. A motorcycle, an ATV, a dirt bike with hot engines. Yeah. And then they stop and they're sitting there talking, and it's like, right. For the record, we're on a motorbike, but we're staying on the road, pavement. We're not going backcountry. There's motorbike, but then there's the dirt bike.
Yeah, that's exposed.
Right. The ATVs are more exposed.
Right.
Some of those outdoor vehicles.
Yeah.
They haven't closed the backcountry yet, but they have closed the higher elevations.
Oh wow.
So I think it's 1,500 feet, 1,500 meters.
Oh wow.
That you're not allowed to go above.
Okay.
And then this. So this is going to be up there again.
Yeah, it really is. We've seen, driving here yesterday, we've seen the roads cut off. We've seen, the strategic placing of the fire trucks, and we've seen the movement of like the equipment being moved from, like, obviously they're moving it from location to location. Oh gosh, the helicopter pilots and and we lost a helicopter pilot from the island who was fighting
in Utah.
Yeah, fighting fires, ironically, in the U.S.
Yeah.
And
one of their fires just came over the border.
How dare they?
So from Washington into D.C.
And that's what happens, right? But we're all a big team.
We need to build these big, fans, one pointing that way, one pointing that way.
To make somebody
anything in the
happy.
middle you can tear off.
Exactly.
There's stupidity. Right?
It's but it's sad, it's tragic when those firefighters and the pilots that are fighting are putting themselves in danger every day they go to work, and we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's groups from here. Our Miocene Fire Hall is a volunteer fire hall. They've got a crew, one crew out. Horsefly has a sprinklers protection crew. They've been deployed out to 100 Mile or some other place, and they go in with the sprinklers and they do structure protection.
Yeah.
So a lot of the smaller volunteer groups literally are being hired to go out and help.
Wow.
You know, they have to keep some of their people here because we still have emergencies. You know,
that's right.
But they have crews out. They, you know, they say, okay, these 5 can go, and these 5 can go, and you times.
And we saw people. What was the fire truck truck we saw yesterday? They were in Lillooet, and we're like, oh, they're far from home. And then we're like, oh,
from Qualicum Beach.
Yeah, Qualicum Beach.
That's Vancouver Island.
Yeah. And so we're like, hey, that's our neighborhood. But people they're just coming from wherever. I mean,
because they send in and Qualicum probably is one paid, and they got a couple of volunteers.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's probably mostly volunteer stuff.
And like Coombs is a volunteer, and Harrington has a volunteer. And so they take one and they send what they can, you know.
And then I heard, like, right after the long weekend, Mexico was sending a couple hundred.
Here already.
Oh, okay. On the news last night, they said after the long weekend.
Okay,
he didn't have had the long weekend yet.
That's not too good.
Okay.
Yeah. The first Monday in August.
Yeah.
I've heard that too. They're going to send over 200. I thought they had already arrived in Ontario, though.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I think they're already in Ontario, but they've been here before. They were here for this.
Yeah, wow, it's amazing. Amazing.
You know, we had Australians here as well, New Zealanders.
Yeah, and just think,
because the training is the same. So they have this command center of how the incident command center, and they have the commander, and then they have these guys, and they have these guys, and they have all these guys, and all the way down to the mop-up crews. But that triangle of
command and control.
Yeah, is the same in multiple countries. So we use the same kind of a template.
Right.
So we can get these people coming in from Australia, and they can come right in
and fit into one of those
levels, command structures.
Yeah.
And I think it was 2 or 3 years ago we sent a whole ton of people to Australia.
Well, but we do that.
Yeah.
Well,
it's amazing what cooperation does, right?
Their fire season is opposite ours.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, so and the same like in California, they're a
little bit offset.
They go, you know, October, November, December, you know, and look at those big fires in LA and outside of that, somehow. Yeah, it's their fire systems are different. So
if we just cooperate as countries instead of trying to.
But right now, the Americans have their own hands full.
They do.
Because they have 30-some odd thousand fires burning in the States.
Yeah.
So
they really do. Yeah.
Yeah, they keep forgetting about that when they think about the smoke and Gulf Streams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Compared to about 700 or 800 or whatever. There's 3,000 in Canada or something.
Yeah.
There was solid numbers. It was like 3,600 versus 36,000.
I would say that generally speaking, I think most Americans understand. Understand what's going on and everything. There's just the small 10% in one big, loud voice.
Well, there's a couple senators now that are like, but there's also one that stood up and said, "Hey, you know, this is ridiculous. Like, come on, common sense." So you know, and we're just kind of like, okay, oops, we'll talk to you later.
Sorry, we'll just say sorry.
It's just like, sorry, you have him for who he is, but you know, that's who they elected. You know, we gotta live with that.
That's right.
We all have to live with that.
That's
and
right.
until his term is up,
we'll just make it. We'll make it through. Yeah.
And things will change. Yeah. And things will change for the better.
Yeah, sure will.
You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Judy, for your time.
No worries. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Please continue with your.
What do you think?
Early pioneers of motorcycle traveling.
Yeah. Ed and Marta Deeks. 1945 is when they met. Look at how young they were. 18 and 17 when they moved to England and got married. Now, they also looks like they also had a bikie man. Because as a wedding present, they bought themselves this motorcycle.
And then they went across Canada.
In 4 weeks. Now, we also got a new motorbike, just before our wedding. Prior to that, we did across Canada in 5.5 weeks, and that seemed like not enough time. And they did it in 4 weeks. Oh, they didn't come back. They only went one way.
It also says 4,000 kilometers. I think we did 17,000. But
So,
still,
yeah,
in 1951, it's a lot more difficult than what it is in
100%.
2021. Although we had COVID.
They struggled through snowy roads, slush, ruts, and
Yeah,
lengthy
crazy.
stretches of mud where Ed would push the motorcycle, struggling to keep it upright. Finally, they landed in Vancouver. Where the heck did they start? Where they remained for several years. In 1979, the couple fell in love with the caribou. And after traveling through for a rally car event that Ed participated in and settled in Big Lake. Here they raised 3 children, pursued organic farming, and later contributed to the arted community of Williams Lake. Wow.
It's very cool.
Super cool.
Okay, let's go.